Good morning, students. Chapter 2, Kingdom Animalia. In today's class, we are going to discuss about the non-chordates, or otherwise called as invertebrates. We have already learned that based on their presence or absence of notochord, animals are classified into two types. One is invertebrate and the another one is chordate. Invertebrata means they do not have the notochord or backbone, and chordates means animals having notochord or backbone. Now we'll see the phylum under the invertebrata. The first phylum is Porifera. Poros means pore and ferae means bear, to bear. So they are pore bearing animals. They are commonly called as sponges. So these animals have minute pores, that is they have minute holes on their body. So they are called as pore bearing animals. So they are commonly called as sponges. These animals are aquatic. They are aquatic animals. Mostly they are marine. So they live in the sea water, and the body is asymmetrical. That is, since these animals are irregular in shape, their body cannot be divided into two equal halves. But a few animals live in freshwater. So most of the animals are marine, but a few species live in freshwaters. They are primitive. So what do you mean by primitive? Means they are very early formed and their body is very simple and not well developed. So that is called as primitive. Multicellular. Their body is made up of many cells. Sessile animals. So what do you mean by sessile? Means these animals, they are not free living. They will get attached on the rocks or coral reefs. So their body gets attached on the rocks under the seawater. So they are called as sessile animals with cellular level of organization. So in sponges you can able to see the cellular level of organization. That is, the body is made up of only cells and each cell perform its own functions. And the cells are also loosely aggregated. So the cells in the body are loosely arranged. They are either radially symmetrical or asymmetrical animals. So what do you mean by radially symmetrical? So when any plane passing through the central axis divides the body into two identical parts, they are called as radially symmetrical. And most of the animals are asymmetrical, that is their body cannot be divided into two equal halves. Only a few are symmetrical. So this is the picture of the sponges. So they possess a water transport system or canal system. So this is the special or unique features of the phylum Porifera. They possess a water transport system, or otherwise called as canal system, where water enters through minute pores called as ostrea lining the body wall, through which the water enters into the central cavity, that is spongocoel, and goes out through the osculum. So in this picture you can able to see, so the water enters through the minute pores called as ostrea. So the water enters the body through this ostrea. Ostrea is nothing but it is a minute pore which lines the body wall, through which the water enters into the central cavity. So the central cavity is called as spongocoel, and the water goes out through the opening called as osculum. So this is the special feature of the phylum Porifera, that is it possesses the water transport system or the canal system. The water transport system is helpful in food gathering, circulation, respiration and removal of waste. So this, or through this water transport system only, the nutritive, circulatory, respiratory and excretory functions are fulfilled. So the organism gathers the food through this water, and through this water transport system only body fluids are circulated, and the respiration is also carried out through this water transport system, and also the excretory waste products are also removed through this water vascular system. water transport system. And we have already learned the body of sponges is made up of two types of cells, that is the outer layer of sponges is made up of plate-like cells called as pinacocytes, which maintains the size and structure of the body, and the inner layer is made up of choanocytes. So what are choanocytes means? They are otherwise called as collar cells. They have special flagellae cells. So choanocytes are otherwise called as collar cells or special flagellated cells lining the spongocoel. So these choanocytes are present on the inner layer of the sponges. So they are found on the spongocoel and the canals. The body is supported by a skeleton made up of calcareous and siliceous spicules or spongin or both. So the body is supported by the skeleton made up of. So the outer layer of the body is made up of calcareous and siliceous spicules or spongin, which forms the exoskeleton. Next, nutrition is holozoic and intracellular. So what do you mean by holozoic means? Here the organisms takes the complex organic food and digestion takes place inside the or through the digestive enzymes. So here holozoic means the organism takes the food as a whole, that is complex food particles in the form of liquid or solid. And what do you mean by intracellular? So what do you mean by intracellular means? That is, so digestion takes place inside the cell. All sponges are hermaphrodites. What do you mean by hermaphrodites means? The male as well as the female gamete, that is the ova and sperms, are produced by the same individual. So the same organism produce both the gametes, that is the male gamete sperm and the female gamete ova. They also reproduce asexually by fragmentation or gemule formation and sexually by the formation of gametes. So in sponges you can able to see the asexual reproduction as well as the sexual reproduction. And development is indirect. So what do you mean by indirect means? That is, it has a larval stage. So development is indirect with different types of larval stages. So development is indirect means there are larval stages in between the that is young stage and the adult stage, such as parent chymulae and the amphiblastulae. So the larvae are called as parent chymulae and amphiblastulae. So the examples of, that is phylum Porifera, are Cycon, that is Scypha, Spongilla, that is freshwater sponges, Euspongia, that is bat sponge, it is called as bat sponge, and Euplectella, that is Wiener flower basket. So these are the example of phylum Porifera. Just we'll recall the phylum Porifera. So what do you mean by Porifera means? They are pore bearing animals. So they are pore bearing animals. They are aquatic animals. They are marine, and very few species are freshwater. They are very primitive, that is very simple and underdeveloped. They are multicellular sessile animals, that is they get attached to the rocks or coral reefs under the sea. And they show cellular level of organization, that is the body is made up of only cells, there is no tissues or organs, and the cells are loosely arranged. And these animals are radially symmetrical, and most of them are asymmetrical animals. Since they are irregular, their body cannot be divided into two equal halves. And the unique features of these phylum Porifera is they possess a water transport system, or otherwise called as canal system. So where the water enters through the minute pores called as ostia, lining the body wall, through which the water enters into the central cavity, that is spongocoel, and goes outside through the osculum. So water enters through the small pores called ostia and goes out through the opening called as osculum. So this water transport system is mainly helpful in the food gathering, circulation, respiration and removal of waste. And the sponges, in sponges the outer layer is made up of, that is, plate-like cells called as pinacocytes, which maintains the shape and structure of the organism, and the inner layer is made up of quinocytes, or otherwise called as collar cells. These quinocytes are, so these cells are, that is, flagellated. They are special flagellated cells lining the spongocoel and the canals. The body is supported by the skeleton made up of calcareous and siliceous spicules or spongin. And nutrition is holozoic. They take the complex, that is, food substances in the form of liquid or solid, and digestion takes place inside the cell. And all sponges are hermaphrodites, that is, both the male as well as the female gametes are produced by the same individual. There is no separate male or female organism. The single organism produces both the gametes, that is called as hermaphrodites, and they also reproduce by asexually and by sexually. And there is a larval stage before the adult stage, and the larva includes the parent chymulae and the amphiblastula. Examples are cycon, spongilla, Euspongiae, Euplectella, etc. So far we have discussed about the phylum Porifera. Go through this topic, and the next class will discuss about the phylum Cnidaria. Thank you.